Hello students, here your Vishali ma'am, and today I am going to explain you chapter number 4. The chapter name is The American War of Independence. So the American Revolution starts in 1765 to 1783, and Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1492 and Boston Tea Party held in 1773. So firstly, starting the chapter, we have to understand what is revolution. So a drastic change in a society which has an impact on the social, cultural and political spheres of life. And the American Revolution ended the colonial rule in America and established democracy. Now here you can see the American plus French versus Englishman plus loyalist. जो revolution हुआ था वो किसके बीच में हुआ था? American plus French versus Englishman plus loyalties. अब loyalist में क्या आता है? Those persons who are living in America but support Britishers. जो अमेरिका में रह रहे थे लेकिन वो सपोर्ट किसका कर रहे थे? ब्रिटिशर्स का. नेक्स्ट इज व्हाट आर कॉलोनिस्ट. सो ऑल द पीपल लिविंग इन ब्रिटिश कॉलोनीज ऑफ अमेरिका इज नोन एज colonist, and that time the Native Americans were called Red Indians. Now I am giving you the brief summary of this chapter. The American Revolution is also known as the American War of Independence. It was the first organized political movement in modern history. After then, there were 13, which is 13, British colonies in North America at that time. And they rejected the rule of the Parliament of Great Britain. The people fought for their rights and finally they achieved independence. And Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1492 CE. So start with the establishment of British colonies. Who discovered America? Yes, Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1492 CE, and here France, Holland and England started establishing their colonies in America, and I already explained you what are the colonies and what are the colonists. And from the 17th century onwards, people started settling there. Where? In America, and they were mostly from different European countries. And they came there to escape racism, poverty, religious और criminal charges. वो सब वहाँ क्यों सेटल हुए थे? जिससे कि वो poverty, religious और criminal charges से बच सकें. As a result, 13 colonies were established along with eastern coast of America. And the last, how many colonies were established? 13 colonies. A majority of settlers were from England. और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा जो majority कहाँ के लोगों में थी? इंग्लैंड. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा जो पॉपुलेशन थी वो इंग्लैंड से थी. एंड दीज कॉलोनीज बिगेन टू बी कंट्रोल्ड बाय द ब्रिटिश पार्लियामेंट. एंड हु कंट्रोल्ड दीज कॉलोनीज? ब्रिटिश पार्लियामेंट. करेक्ट. So here we are talking about the 13 British colonies which were established in America, in which the number 1 is southern colonies. So at first the British established their settlement in the south part, and the climate and the soil of this area was suitable for which purpose? For agriculture purpose. And the settlers established large farms, and these farms were cultivated by slaves. So in farms को cultivate कौन करते थे? Slaves, जो गुलाम होते थे. And the settlers became prosperous and established more colonies in the south, और जिसकी वजह से वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा प्रॉस्पेरस हो चुके थे और उन्होंने अपनी और कॉलोनी साउथ में स्टैब्लिश की. एंड दीज इंक्लूडेड 5 कॉलोनीज. विच वन इज? वर्जीनिया, मैरीलैंड, नॉर्थ कैरोलिना, साउथ कैरोलिना एंड जॉर्जिया. Second one is northern colonies. So the people who settled in northern colonies were known as Puritans, and they came to America in search of freedom to follow their own form of Christianity. They were hard-working people. They were living very simple life, and they developed manufacturing and shipping centers. There was no requirement of slaves in northern colonies, and it includes 4 colonies. First is Rhode Island, second is Massachusetts, third is Connecticut, and fourth is New Hampshire. The last is middle colonies, so people from all over Europe settle in these colonies, and Britain took control over all the colonies, and it includes 4 colonies: New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania and Delaware. Now come to the causes of the American War of Independence. So here the first cause is conflict of ideas. It means the people residing in the colonies, they wanted a better, secure and prosperous life, and they desired equality for themselves. They wanted to establish the principle of economic, social and political democracy in the colonies. But where was conflict arose? Because on the other hand, England, they followed mercantilism. Mercantilism means they believe only in profit and they believe only in trade, which will give them more and more profit. So England followed mercantilism, and they focused on becoming very rich and powerful, and this could be possible only by attaining strength and exploiting others. So England was against the principle of democracy in the colonies, and this conflict of ideas created difference between the two, between the England and Indians. Now second is lack of affection for England among the colonies. So here the people who are residing in the colonies of America had no or little affection for England, because many of them have been removed on the basis of religious grounds or on the basis of criminals, and they were removed to the colonies. And residents who were living and who were belonged to different countries of Europe, so they were not attached to England because they were belonging from Europe. Third is economic exploitation of the colonies. So here the colonies were subjected to political restriction and economic exploitation, and they could not establish relations amongst themselves without the permission of British government. Even they could not manufacture paper, steel and woolen garments on their own. They were forced to import all these items from England, and these restrictions caused anger among the colonists. Next is non-interference by the British government. Here the British government used their colonies to improve its own financial condition, and they looked upon the colonies only as a source of raw material like tobacco, sugar, wood, rice and fish, and they did not take any interest in the welfare of the colonies or improving their administration. Next point is growth of intellectual awareness. So here we know that the American colonies were rich and full of prosperous. So their lives were also stable, means they do not have to face any problem, and this helped in the development of intellectual awareness. And they opened large number of educational institutions for the children and providing lessons in mathematics, languages and science, and they started taking night classes for workers, and special classes were arranged to teach fine arts to women. And they setting up the printing press also, and about 25 different newspapers started printing. So many philosophers and nationalists like John Locke, John Milton, Thomas Paine, James Otis Jr., Samuel Adams and Patrick Henry, they ignited the spirit of freedom and nationalism among the youth through their writings, means they focused on them, and they inspired the residents of the colonies to raise their voice against the injustice inflicted upon them, means with the help of newspaper, with the help of printing press, they want to inspire the persons who were living in the colonies of America to raise their voice against which they are facing in the colonies of America. Next is impact of 7 Years' War. Here the 7-year war, which was held in 1756 to 1763, and it was fought between England and France in America, India and Central European countries. Here the colonies forced to give support to England during the war, but after the end of the war, the attitude of the persons towards England became very different. How? They became aware, because they became aware of their military strength and they learned how to fight a war with their resources. So they started neglecting the superiority of England because they understood the importance of military strength and they learned how to fight a war with their resources. Next is imposition of new taxes. In this, the British government was involved in so many wars, either in the local wars with the colonists or otherwise. So they needed money to fund these wars, and this money was raised by imposing new taxes on every occasion. So in 1764, the British Parliament passed the Sugar Act. It imposed a tax on sugar imports, and in 1765 the Stamp Act was passed and it made bearing of revenue stamp compulsory on all legal documents. It means in 1764 the Britishers passed Sugar Act, in which if you are importing the sugar then you have to pay a tax, and in 1765 the Stamp Act was passed, in which on all legal documents the stamp is compulsory. And this time the colonists refused to pay the tax and they protested that the British Parliament did not have the right to charge any tax, as the colonies had no representation in the British Parliament. जो colonists थे उन्होंने टैक्स पे करने से मना कर दिया, because they said that they did not have the right to charge any tax. Who did not have the right to charge any tax? Americans, correct. After then, the slogan, here is a one slogan also, no taxation without representation, was given here. It is the most famous slogan of the American Revolution. In this, the people from the American colonies stood united and they forced the British government to withdraw the Stamp Act. उन्होंने क्या किया? सभी लोग एक इकट्ठा हो गए, यूनिटी में आ गए, उन्होंने ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट को फोर्स किया to withdraw the Stamp Act. Next is township taxes. So in this point, in 1767, the Britain imposed new taxes on consumer goods like tea, paper, glass and paint, and the colonists rose in rebellion and all taxes were withdrawn except for the tax imposed on tea. There was widespread opposition to this taxation. In December 1773, colonists refused to unload tea brought by British ships. Next is Lord North Tea Policy and the Boston Tea Party. So, in 1767, Britain imposed new taxes on consumer goods like tea, paper, glass and paint, but the colonies refused to pay the tax and all taxes were withdrawn except for the tax imposed on tea. Now there was widespread opposition to this taxation, and in December 1773, colonies refused to unload tea brought by British ship. A group of colonists disguised as native Indians raided British ships in Boston and they threw 340 crates of tea into the sea. And this incident is known as the Boston Tea Party, and it sparked the American War of Independence. So if a question arises, what is the Boston Tea Party? So you have to write that Indians raided British ships in Boston and threw 340 crates of tea into the sea. उन्होंने क्या किया था? 340 क्रेट जो थी टी की उनको सी में बहा दिया था. And this incident is known as Boston Tea Party, and it sparked the American War of Independence. We have to study about the beginning of the war. So, representatives of the 13 colonies met at Philadelphia in 1774 and appealed to the King of England, George III, to withdraw all unjust taxes and restrictions on trade. The declaration drawn up by the representatives stated that the British Parliament had no right to take tax from the colonies without their consent. After then, they started boycott the use of British goods, and the British Parliament termed it as an act of rebellion. and then the battle started between the volunteers of the colonists and British troops, and both were killed, and in the last, this incident marked the beginning of the War of Independence. Now the course of the war. So here another conference took place at Philadelphia on 10th May 1775, which was presided by John Hancock, and who was the commander-in-chief of America that time. The commander-in-chief of the America was George Washington, and here French troops fought on the side of Americans, and on 4th July 1776 the colonists formally adopted the Declaration of Independence written by Thomas Jefferson. And what was that declaration? The declaration stated that all men are born free and equal and cannot be denied the right to life, liberty, happiness, and to form their own government. Now come to the Pact of Paris 1783 and the birth of the United States of America. So here George Washington fought many battles, and at the last he defeated England. The war came to an end with the Treaty of Paris, and it was signed between the colonies and the British government in September 1783, and the Statue of Liberty, which is situated in New York, was gifted by the French to the Americans, and the date of the American Declaration of Independence is mentioned on it. Now next, birth of the United States of America. So when George Washington defeated England and the Treaty of Paris signed in 1783, there was a rebirth of America. A constitution was drafted and declares United States of America as a republic. What is the meaning of republic? It is the form of government where the head of the country is elected, and it opposes the system of monarchy. Here George Washington, because he fought many battles and he defeated England, so he was elected as the first president of United States of America. Now come to the causes for the failure of British. So the first cause is Britishers were overconfident. It means the American War of Independence, the person was very well planned, and they had able leaders who led the revolution successfully. But on the other hand, the Britishers were overconfident and they failed to assist the actual powers of the colonists. Second is lack of proper means of transportation. England was too far from America, and it was quite difficult to send the items of military to the army, and after then because of lack of proper means of transportation, and the British soldiers had to face many difficulties because of lack of cooperation also. Third is loss of spirit. So British soldiers failed to get proper support from King George III and their commander Lord George Sherman also, and they were incompetent, and this resulted in a loss of spirit. But on the other hand, the colonists, which were led by George Washington, which I already informed you, that after the declaration of the independence, George Washington was the first president. He was elected of the United States of America. He was filled with the spirit of patriotism. He was competent, strict, and loyal to his soldiers. Fourth point is help from others. The colonists also got help from Spain, Holland, and France, and this increased their strength. The last point is failed to use tactics of guerrilla warfare. The British soldiers failed to use the tactics of guerrilla warfare, and which were efficiently used by the colonists. Means the colonists are easily able to understand the tactics of guerrilla warfare, but on the other hand, British soldiers were not. So the last point is significance of the American Revolution. So first one is democracy. So the principle of democracy, it includes equality, secularism, and both were established in America, and a federal form of government was established there. After then, second, Land Act of 1785. So Americans realized the importance of education after the revolution. Large number of public schools were opened for the education of common people. And by the Land Act of 1785, 1,000 acres of land was provided for the public educational institution. Third is growth of capitalist. So the war encouraged the growth of capitalist economy also. Fourth is new agricultural methods. So agriculture also received importance after the revolution. Large states were fragmented, were into small pieces and given to lower and middle class people for agriculture, and new agricultural methods were also taken up to increase production. Fourth is open American ports and industries. American industries were also benefited by the war, and trades were encouraged. Import from England were stopped. Demand for indigenous clothes grew up. Spinning and weaving became household industries throughout the country. And open American ports, it includes now it is open for other countries of the world. This increased trade with Spain, Holland and France. America imported luxury items and exported tobacco and rice. So this also increased, developed trade and industry. The last point is new spirit. So American War of Independence, it also created a new spirit of rationalism. Rationalism means it includes religious beliefs and thoughts and beliefs, and desire for freedom among the anti-colonial revolutionaries of the entire Europe. Students, you know one more thing, the discovery of New World by Christopher Columbus in 1492, legal holiday is observed by most states as the Columbus Day on the second Monday of October. So hope you like this chapter explanation, and now I am going to ask you some questions. So the first question is, what was Boston Tea Party? So when the colonists refused to unload tea consignment from China at the Boston Harbor, the colonists protested in a very unique way. They dressed up as Red Indians, boarded a ship and threw 342 crates of tea into the sea, and this incident is known as Boston Tea Party. Next question is, how many colonies were established in America? Well, 13 colonies were established in America. Next is, who imposed tax on sugar? Yes, British Parliament imposed tax on sugar import in 1764. When was Stamp Act passed? Yes, in 1765. And when was the Declaration of Independence adopted? Yes, 1776. Which war ended in 1783? Yes, American War of Independence ended in 1783 with the Treaty of Paris. After that, USA got its new constitution in which year? Well, 1709. Who was first elected president of USA? Correct, George Washington. After this, so the first question is, list 4 important causes of the American War of Independence. The 4 important causes of the American War of Independence means ऐसे 4 important causes कौन कौन से थे जिनकी वजह से अमेरिकन वॉर हुआ था. तो फर्स्ट इज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ आइडियाज़. सेकेंड इज मीन्स कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ आइडियाज़ मीन्स उनके, मैंने आपको बताया था कि उनके जो थॉट्स थे वो मैच नहीं कर रहे थे. सेकेंड इज इम्पोजिशन ऑफ न्यू टैक्सेस. ब्रिटिशर्स इम्पोज न्यू टैक्सेस ऑन दी अमेरिकन्स हु आर लिविंग इन देयर कॉलोनीज. थर्ड इज इकोनॉमिक एक्सप्लॉयटेशन ऑफ द कॉलोनीज. शोषण, आर्थिक तरीके से शोषण किया जा रहा था उनका. एंड द लास्ट इज नॉन इंटरफेरेंस बाय द ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट. जो ब्रिटिशर्स थे उनके वेलफेयर के लिए बिल्कुल भी नहीं सोचते थे. सेकेंड क्वेश्चन इज डिस्क्राइब द शुगर एक्ट एंड द स्टैम्प एक्ट. शुगर एक्ट एंड स्टैम्प एक्ट को हमें एक्सप्लेन करना है. सो 1764 the British Parliament passed the Sugar Act by which the import of rum was banned from overseas countries except England. 1764 में ब्रिटिश पार्लियामेंट ने एक एक्ट पास किया था जिसका नेम क्या था? शुगर एक्ट, जिसमें जो इम्पोर्ट था रम का उसको बैन कर दिया गया फ्रॉम ओवरसीज कंट्रीज एक्सेप्ट इंग्लैंड. मीन्स सिर्फ इंग्लैंड से इसका इम्पोर्ट हो रहा था, बाकी सभी कंट्रीज से बैन कर दिया गया था. In AD 1765 the Stamp Act was passed by which the use of government stamp paper was made compulsory in the execution of an judicial and non-judicial bonds. 1765 में एक स्टैम्प एक्ट पास किया गया जिसमें स्टैम्प पेपर का यूज़ करना कंपलसरी हो गया था इन द जुडिशियल एंड नॉन जुडिशियल बॉन्ड्स. मीन्स कानूनी एंड गैर कानूनी दस्तावेजों में जो भी उनके बॉन्ड्स थे उसमें स्टैम्प पेपर का यूज़ करना कंपलसरी हो गया था. थर्ड इज लिस्ट द इम्पॉर्टेंट इवेंट्स ऑफ द अमेरिकन वॉर ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस. अब हमें इवेंट्स बताने हैं अमेरिकन वॉर ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस के. सो द फर्स्ट इज डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस, सेकेंड इज बैटल ऑफ बंकर हिल, थर्ड इज बोस्टन मैसेक्रे एंड द लास्ट इज कैप्चर ऑफ फोर्थ. Fourth question is what were the reasons for the failure of British? So here are the reasons for the failure of British. Britishers fail कैसे हुए थे? The war was very well planned and continuously executed by the colonists while the Britishers were overconfident. जो war थी वेल प्लान थी एंड एग्जीक्यूट कर रहे थे उसे कौन? कॉलोनिस्ट. लेकिन दूसरी तरफ जो ब्रिटिशर्स थे वो बहुत ज़्यादा ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट हो गए थे अपनी पावर्स को लेकर. सेकेंड इज द ब्रिटिश सोल्जर्स फेल टू यूज़ द टैक्टिक्स ऑफ गोरिल्ला वॉरफेयर. जो ब्रिटिश सोल्जर्स थे जो टैक्टिक्स थी गोरिल्ला वॉरफेयर की उसको यूज़ करने में फेल हो गए थे. लेकिन ऑन दी अदर हैंड जो कॉलोनिस्ट थे वो उसको एफिशिएंटली यूज़ कर पा रहे थे. थर्ड इज द कॉलोनिस्ट गॉट हेल्प फ्रॉम स्पेन, हॉलैंड एंड फ्रांस. दिस इंक्रीज देयर स्ट्रेंथ ऑल्सो. जो कॉलोनिस्ट थे उन्हें हेल्प मिल रही थी कहाँ से? स्पेन, हॉलैंड एंड फ्रांस से, जिससे उनकी स्ट्रेंथ भी इंक्रीज हुई. वॉट इज द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ द अमेरिकन वॉर ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस? सो अमेरिकन वॉर ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस का महत्व क्या था? दैट इट इन्फ्यूज द न्यू स्पिरिट ऑफ रेशनलिज्म एंड द डिजायर फॉर फ्रीडम अमंग द एंटी कॉलोनियल रिवोल्यूशनरी ऑफ द एंटायर यूरोप. महत्व क्या था कि इसकी वजह से लोगों के अंदर नेशनलिज्म एंड डिज़ायर मतलब एक इच्छा जाग गई थी कि हमें फ्रीडम चाहिए अमंग द एंटी कॉलोनियल रिवोल्यूशनर ऑफ द एंटायर ऑफ यूरोप. जो ब्रिटिशर्स की कॉलोनीज़ में जो अमेरिकन कॉलोनीज़ में लोग जो रह रहे थे उनके अंदर एक इच्छा जाग गई थी कि उन्हें अब इंडिपेंडेंस चाहिए. सो स्टूडेंट्स यू हैव टू टेल मी जॉर्ज वॉशिंगटन. यस, ही इज़ द डिस्कवरर ऑफ द न्यू वर्ल्ड. टाउनशेड, यस, Finance Minister of the England, correct. George III, I informed you now. Yes, leader of the colonists. Christopher Columbus, yes, ruler of England. And the last is John Hancock, rich businessman. So hope you like this chapter explanation. Thank you very much students. Stay home, stay safe.